Okay, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre faced major pushback on Twitter and social media for claiming that House Republicans want to raise your gas prices. Now, Grady Trimble has a story at the White House. Grady.
Liz, the White House is blaming rising gas prices on last month's winter storm, China's reopening, and now Republicans.
House Republicans are using their narrow majority to force the American people to pay higher gas prices, just as big oil companies are amassing record profits.
White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre referencing a bill the House is expected to vote on this week. It would limit President Biden's ability to use the Strategic Petroleum Reserve to try to lower gas prices like he did last year, unless he comes up with a plan to increase oil and gas production on federal lands. She says a vote for it is a vote for higher gas prices. Republicans disagree.
Let's face it, the intent of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve was not to score political points, but that's what this administration has used it for. What raised gas prices in America was the war on fossil fuels that this administration undertook when they first got into office.
The national average for a gallon of gas is up 35 cents in the past month, up 12 cents in just the past week. Liz?
Grady Trimble, great reporting as always. Good to see you. And look who's here. We welcome to the show Rick Perry, former U.S. Energy Secretary. Rick, it's a pleasure to welcome you to the show. It's good to see you.
Thank you, Liz.
What did you make of that report? Because social media is having a field day with the White House Press Secretary claiming it's Republicans who want to raise gas prices. What do you think of all this?
Well, the White House Press Secretary is kind of almost daily person who gets made fun of, but that is what it is. We'll let that set on the table there. The point is, the Petroleum Reserve has always been there for major disasters that would happen, a hurricane, something of that sort. This president is using it for his own political purposes. Americans know it. Tried to impact gas prices by using the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, completely and totally inappropriate. So H.R. 21, which basically says that if you're going to use the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, you have to allow for it to be refilled, if you will, replenished by the use of our lands, whether it's our national lands somewhere offshore. We've got huge amounts of reserves, Elizabeth, and I think this is what's so important for the American people to understand. Massive reserves that are put off the table, and we can't use them because of this president and his leftist climate agendaed supporters out there. So we need to have some balance in this, if you will. American people want to do their part to impact the climate in a positive way. American LNG, American natural gas, is one of the ways to do that. But this president makes it really hard for us to produce that on one hand, and then on the other hand, opening up the Petroleum Reserve to use it for his political purposes. I think H.R. 21, the American Competitive Institution, I think we just signed a letter talking about our support of H.R. 21 and its use and a balance, if you will, which makes a lot of sense. If you're going to go into the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, then you've got to balance it by allowing for production on these public lands.
So why would the president veto that bill?
Well, the playing to the left again. Anytime you say with this president that you're going to produce fossil fuels, the left screams bloody murder. And I hope Americans will wake up. America produces the cleanest energy in the world. When you reduce America's ability to produce, then you're basically opening up the market to countries that, frankly, may not have our best interest in mind and certainly are producing fossil fuels that aren't anywhere near as clean burning as America. This administration hates fossil fuels, and interestingly, they hate the nuclear energy that's produced in clean, small modular reactors, for instance. So they have a lot of explaining to do to the American people as gas prices. And I'll tell you where it's really fixing to hit, Liz, is electric rates are fixing to go through the roof because of the policies that the Biden administration has put in place.
Got it.
I can't wait for the White House press secretary to point a finger at whoever that culprit is going to be. You know it's not going to be Joe Biden.
Rick Perry, it's great to have you on the show. Please come back again soon. And we love all those. We love the cowboy boots behind you. Are those all yours?
That's quite a collection of young cowboys and cowgirls boots they're 2 or 3 years old is what you got to be to wear those in Texas.
Okay, got it. Those are pretty great. I wish I had a pair. Maybe I'll get one. All right, Rick, thanks for joining us. It's good to see you.
You're
We're
welcome,
just about
Liz.
to come into the bottom of the